Hello everyone, welcome back to Podcast on Wheelz episode number 89. As we said on today's episode, please sit back and enjoy the show. So, thankfully, we are filming this literally on the deadline. We thought about filming yesterday, but things got a little busy, or we just didn't have
time moved way too fast.
Yeah, time's moving by way too fast. So, we got a bunch of topics to talk about today. So, the first one is Cash's MRI appointment.
Yeah, so as you guys know, my son has spine bifida and a C-rinx in his spine, and pretty much spine bifida caused a whole host of issues. He had tri-malformation, which was a little bit worse than spine bifida at the time, caused him to have a tracheostomy for 2.5 years, and he has a shunt in his brain because of hydrocephalus from spine bifida. He also has a C-rinx in his spine, so pretty much the shunt is there to fix those two things or keep an eye on those two things as well. So the MRI he's had this a handful of times. He had this at like maybe a couple weeks old, then 1 year old, and he just had at least 4 or 5 MRIs in his life, and he's before 8 years old, so he's going to have these now for probably the rest of his life.
Most likely.
Past the age of 6, he's now getting them every 2 years, and I guess he got them every 1 year or something. I can't really remember all the details, but for a while now, he's only been getting them every 2 years for about 2 to 3 years of his life now. And the first one he got when he was a little bit before 6 years old in 2024. He got it sedated with an IV, but now this was the first one without sedation ever in his entire life. So he was very nervous for the first time. He doesn't like loud noises because his shunt causes hearing sensitivities, where his ears are a little more sensitive to sound than regular people's ears, I guess. So he just sounds sensitive pretty much, and so he was scared of the noises, so they gave him canceling headphones and stuff, and probably put on his favorite show or something like that just to ease and calm him down. And he gone through it really good. It was an hour-long process because the MRI takes an hour long, but thankfully the C-rinx in his spine shrinked a little bit, which is great, and it had almost no possibility of shrinking at all because of the damage on his spine and in his spine and just how bad his spine bifida was. So that is a living miracle that the C-rinx shrinked. That God hopefully can get some movement back or sensation or something. Hopefully good things come out of that C-rinx shrinking, which is very good. And just overall, he done really good for the first time without being sedated. The C-rinx shrinked, and he had a good appointment day, and it was just a really, really good appointment overall. No bad news, all good news, which is amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much his MRI appointment, and I think he's going to get the next one when he's about because he's 7 now, and he's about to be 8 next month. And I think his next one will be either around 10 or very close to 9 or something. Just 2028, so he'll probably be almost 10 years old by then, so yeah, that's his MRI appointment. Went very well.
Our sister's bad UTI. So I'll just kind of sum this up. So our older sister, she was taking a bath the day prior to the UTI. I can't remember when she got the UTI fully.
A couple weeks ago, I would assume.
Probably a week ago or 2 weeks ago-ish. And so when she was taking a bath, that's probably how she suspected it happened, because when you take a bath, you're essentially just sitting in most likely your own bacteria, so it can get in there if you soak long enough, and you can get a UTI. This one was so bad.
Women get it a lot more faster than men.
Of course we do. And so she noticed some pain that night, I think, and she couldn't really sleep, and then the next morning she was like in pain and kept having to go to the bathroom, and like literally every 10 to 12 minutes she was going to the bathroom, like.
Yeah, she was in the bathroom all afternoon.
Yeah.
It was like my UTI in 2021. I could not stop going to the bathroom every 30 minutes. It was horrible.
Yeah. So, and she had pain, and then she had, creepy enough, there was like, I think there was traces of blood in her urine.
Yeah.
So it was a bad UTI, and thankfully she got her antibiotics and is now feeling bright as rain. Like, honestly, she was just, unfortunately, she was in pain and had small hints of blood
almost
in
pissing blood.
Yeah, in her urine, and it was just not a fun time.
But unfortunately, it turned into a bacterial infection.
Yes, that's why she needed antibiotics, I believe. Because at first or something, it was like, I can't remember where she got the UTI, how, but then it turned into a bacterial infection. Meaning bacteria got in there, and it just turned worse. So, but thankfully she's had the antibiotics. I think she stopped them, or
she's on another round or something.
She's still on them. I have no clue.
We haven't got an update, but she seems a lot better than she was. Thankfully.
So, thankfully.
And we're hoping it stays that way.
Yeah, thankfully she's doing all good, and she got on antibiotics, and I'm pretty sure the UTI is gone now, or on a very, very low mend.
Yes.
And now paranormal park activity.
I'm going to explain this. Pretty much me, Floor, and Doc were just hanging out at the park. Kind of our usual nightly. We've been hanging out a lot recently, and we went to the park. We were walking up, we're rolling up the hill, and all of a sudden these boys up there started screaming, "Help me! Help me! I'm dying!
You're gonna kill me!" Something.
Yeah, so we all of a sudden heard that, and we're like, "What in the actual fuck was that?"
What was that?
And we rolled up the hill and everything, and we were like, "Are y'all okay?" Like, "Oh my god, we thought you were gonna kill us!" We're like, No one, take a look at me.
We can't do that.
And I'm not the guy to have malicious thoughts like that, so I don't know why they thought that, but we pretty much just like, "Oh no, we're good." Like, I'm not that type of guy that, "Oh yeah, you want to play ball, you want to play tag." Nope. I'm asthmatic, can't do that. Don't want to do that at 10 p.m. at night. Nope. That's a red flag. And so we only played on the park for a couple minutes, and we got awkward and just was taking a walk, and that walk was terrifying. We went over the little bridge, and we heard them screaming, and they sounded closer than before.
They sounded a lot closer.
Either they screamed so much louder than they did previously, or they got actually closer without us knowing. And during the whole park and the whole walk, it got so dark, so eerily quiet.
And Floor was like,
this looks like a Slender Man.
This seems like a Slender Man situation.
Yeah.
And then, like, whatever alarm on her phone started playing this, like what I would call, what are those things called? Like, Jack in the Box.
Yes.
Something, I don't know.
Something creepy.
A box music that when you turn the thing, it makes up creepy music. I was like, oh, hell no, like, let's go back. Because I was so scared at this point. I'm not going to tell anyone. But I've had, like, situations where this was a thing, and it led to other situations that is terrifying for me and traumatic. So I had to kind of sit there, and it's like, no, stop.
Yeah,
like, no.
Because me and Flo were kind of laughing, and some of it was kind of funny.
And I was just like, oh my god, like, I want to get out of here. I wanted to run. No. That was a terrifying moment.
We got past that. We're like, by a minute or two in the walk, we're like, no, we're walking back. We can't do this. So we're walking back, and their car started driving around our car, and they started honking.
They started,
loudly,
honking
and doing
their
it
car
multiple times, and drove off. And that was that. We were just like, what the fuck? 3 serious kind of creepy things happening within the span of, I kid you not, 10 minutes.
Like, probably 15 to 10 minutes.
And then we just went in the car. We're like, we're going to wait it out. We're going to stay safe in the car, lock the car doors.
We locked it, but
just in case. And then Doc heard while me and Flo were on our phones, and it was kind of faint, so we couldn't really hear. She heard a...
It was like,
I don't know what it was.
It was a weird scream because I was just chilling on my phone, and I swore I heard something. I was like, wait. I was like, shh. Like, I heard something. Like, what was that? And they're like, what? Like, no. And we were laughing.
It's fine.
And they were laughing about it.
I awkward laugh when it things get creepy.
I mean, I was laughing with them because, Flo said a joke. What if someone farted and we got scared?
Yeah. And then she actually farted.
No, but it was like, it was funny at the moment, but I did hear something. And then, like, 10 to 15 minutes go by of listening to music or just scrolling on our phones or talking. And then we actually hear a
or something, and it was in the area we were walking 30 minutes ago.
It was in the area where I thought I heard the scream from. I was like, oh yeah, like I didn't like feeling like that feeling, so I was like, oh my god, like previously before we ever went into the car, I was like, oh yeah, I don't want that, like there could be something in that forest area, like maybe that's why we're hearing the scream.
And we fucking heard the scream.
And then we heard the scream come from that area.
And once me and Floor, like by this time, the 5th thing happened in this park, the 2nd scream.
And they weren't there anymore. We have to preface, they weren't there.
No, and me and Flora, I hope not. Me and Flora heard it clear as day, and we're like, oh hell no, because we heard it. Oh no, Doc was right. Let's go.
Let's go home.
And Flora booked it out the parking lot.
She's like, oh hell no, I'm not staying.
And they're like, we never come back to this park. Flora, like, we came back to the park during daytime, and
we never went during the
night. Nothing really ever happened again after that night. But just that night alone, 5 things happened.
And I have to say, after we went from the walk and we heard both those screams, I looked it up. So I'm getting like chills, and you should leave the area immediately. What?
Bro, I'm getting chills right now.
And they're like, what? And it's like, oh yeah, if you sense like a chill or a presence, leave the area now. What? For your safety and others. What?
Nope. And then
it was so scary because after that result, we went to the car, and then we heard screaming.
We heard screaming and
what?
Just in general horrifying stuff. So we booked it, and we just kind of talked and just chilled somewhere else amongst that fucking park or whatever. It's just, yes, it's very creepy, but it's not creepy during the daytime. But yeah, don't go to parks at night, y'all.
No,
don't at night.
Yeah, friend Doc's new ventilator. So we're not talking about me. We're talking about our friend Doc.
Yes. So pretty much she just has CO2 buildup. She has SMA, cerebral palsy, cystic fibrosis, asthma. So she has a lot of lung conditions, and recently she's getting more fatigued and tired, and just in general not feeling the greatest, feeling low energy. And she brought it up to someone and was like, yeah, you should possibly get the ventilator support, because she already gets ventilator support BiPAP at night, and that was helping for a while, but it just wasn't enough anymore because of her SMA progressing, and pretty much she's just on the ventilator full time. She can go off of it for about 2 hours before CO2 starts building up again.
And she starts getting that sleepy feeling.
Yeah, so pretty much she got on this ventilator, not because she was like dying immediately or something like that, no, but to reserve her energy back, not waste so much all her energy on breathing that day, so she has more energy back. She's not putting her body in more risk for an event or anything like that, so she's just trying to do it for safety precaution and not finding out too late. So that's really good, and she's been doing perfectly fine on it. No medical emergencies, no nothing. She's doing really good, like me and Doc are. So yeah, that's her permanent ventilator. That's why she got it.
And how is William doing on his new schedule?
So pretty much I got a new schedule March 4th, where the medical equipment is not really different. I mean, it's pretty much the same, but the frequency of it is very much different, like twice daily of the nebulizers, because normally back then I'd only use the chest percussion vest or chest PT or the nebulizer when I was sick or was having an asthma flare or something, but now I'm doing it daily to try to keep my health out of the woods, because it's been really bad recently and just lately over these last couple months, so I don't want to have more fatal events, because I could have died that night. That was very terrifying, and in general my health has just been terrible. And so I've been doing that, and thankfully, my lungs haven't been having weird things recently.
And maybe one day, that we'll probably go maybe one day in depth about our new schedules, or if that's a schedule. Mine's not new. It's been a thing I've been following for years and decades. Maybe a few things have been changed as meds have been added, or maybe times have been adjusted, but the medical equipment and the treatments have pretty much all been the same. It's just that probably frequency or adjustments or the time frames or the suctioning or whatever is adjusted due to the fact of more conditions that I have. But just a quick note, we might go into it maybe one day, but definitely not this episode. We have too many.
No. But pretty much my schedule is just different, a lot different timing than I'm very much used to. And then, my medical equipment, pretty much the same. The compasses, the vest, the nebulizer, the suction machines, the medicine. Some medications have been adding recently because they're finding out things for my asthma, so acid reflux med is probably, another one is probably adding soon. I don't have it yet, but yeah, that's my medical schedule. I do that because for my safety, and I wish I would have started it months and months ago, probably when I got my permanent ventilator, because I needed probably that schedule definitely last year, but I just didn't realize that at the time. I'm just glad I started it now and not later. before any more fatal events or almost fatal events happens. So I'm doing that now. Ignore Doc's typing thing. But pretty much nothing much changed. I mean, the medical equipment's still there. It's still pretty much very similar, if not just a little change. But other than that, the medical equipment I've had for at least ever since my spinal cord injury, so 2 years or something like that, or some I borrowed from Donnie. Just in general, he had that medical equipment for a long time, for a lot longer than me. But I just have it, and the frequency is a main difference, and the timing, and that's pretty much it. But I'm doing really good on my schedule now, so.
And we practice driving.
Oh, yes. So I'll explain my part. Okay. So, pretty much, me, Doc, and Sydney never drove a car before. Matthew. And, I mean, I kind of practice driving, but I can't drive anymore without significant accommodations. And we just don't have a car like that. So, I did not practice driving, as Floor's car is not accommodating for me, which
is okay.
That's fine.
We had no reason
to drive it. She's not paralyzed. She's not kind of looking like a C1 quadriplegic paralyzed. I'm not C1, I'm C4, by the way. But it's just, she doesn't have those accommodations. But Sydney never drove a car in her life because, well, we don't have a car, we don't have a driver's license. So we took her out in the parking lot, and Sydney got in the driver's seat and was just kind of sitting there. Floor was accommodating her, saying like, oh, this is the brake, this is the gas, this is a turn signal, this is kind of reverse park, drive, and everything. So she already knew about that, and she was putting it in from park to drive, and she moved the joystick and all the way to drive, and all of a sudden the car started vibrating out of nowhere. This is the first attempt, by the way, in an empty parking lot. It started vibrating, and Floor started freaking out.
I get why.
And she's like, oh my god, stop, brake. And Sanu's like, oh my god, yes, I'm braking. And she put it to park immediately, and the vibrating stopped, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I panicked. I don't even know what that was. Cindy just barely stepped in the driver's seat, and something already gone wrong. So that was not the good first impression, but eventually she was turning, she was reversing, she was doing all that, and she had ultimately a good time, and she done really, really well for her first time ever driving. Like, she's never drove a car, and she's done really, really well. She already knew all the controls for the reverse, the parking, the joystick. She didn't know what everything was, obviously, but she knew a lot for her first time, and Floor congratulated her and said she was doing a really, really good job. So she did really good, and now they can tell their perspective.
So basically, like, my husband kind of did the same things, but thankfully thank God, nothing went wrong for him.
Thank God.
But he was just doing the same kind of things that Cindy did, and he did well as well. He knew how to brake, he knew how to move the gear shift into drive, park, reverse. He didn't try reversing, I don't think, but maybe that's a thing we'll do another day. But Matthew did really good, and Cindy did really good, even though the event happened. But they did pretty good, and thank God none of us ruined the car.
Or something like that. So we were only going 5 miles per hour, but the experience was good nonetheless.
Yeah. And speaking of cars, a hornet flew into the car.
Yes.
So this happened to me, I believe, either March 5th or 6th or something like that, somewhere in March. And I was sitting in the car, and Floor and William and Cindy all went to the gym, and I was just sitting in the car like, normal. We sit in the car for about an hour
because Planet Fitness doesn't allow more than one guest at a time, but it's better than paying.
Yeah, and it that's always been our method. It was not an unusual method. We're safe in the car, and it was very hot outside, so they had to roll down the windows to accommodate me so I wouldn't overheat. Unfortunately, I did overheat. See?
And so how that?
And this is before the overheating topic that I will talk about, but the car window was, one of my car windows was the most open. It was barely a crack open, enough for a fucking hornet to fit, apparently. And I saw a hornet fly near a white truck.
Oh, I would have shot myself.
Oh my god.
I hate hornets.
No, I can't roll up the window. Me and my wife are
we can't turn the car on.
We can't turn that car on because we're in the back seat.
Oh, I would have pressed that button so fast.
Oh, we couldn't.
We all were in the back. Fuck.
No, honey.
I stayed in the front.
Oh, and honey, even though we could, we couldn't roll up the window. No. But no, we couldn't roll. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
But we couldn't roll up the window because number one, none of us can reach it. Me and Luz are pretty at a disadvantage here. We can't really lift our arms. I mean, I can't. Luz can, but she can't have enough oomph to actually push down. She can't lift it. She doesn't have finger function or tenodesis. She doesn't have it. And the other thing is, the car was not on. We could not reach the on button. And we didn't know what the Hornet would do if I moved. If Matthew suddenly started moving.
Movement. Stab.
And what if he could have got in by the time I rolled up the window?
You never know.
And so I was praying to God that it didn't come in the car. Surely enough it did.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of saw it kind of driving?
Driving?
Oh my God, the Hornet was driving, y'all. The truck started coming my way. No, that's scary.
Oh my God.
No.
Why would you say that?
No, but I saw the Hornet flying around that truck. And then I started to see it fly towards me.
Yes.
And it...
Yep, it went right
I saw it go through the window.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, where is it? And I'm stuck in my chair, and I have my head strapped, so I can't move my head to see where it is. My wife is like, oh my God, it's on the steering wheel. Oh my God, it's flying around. It landed on the steering wheel, and then started driving around. It started... Why am I saying driving? Flying. Let's say. Flying around. The Hornet started flying around everywhere inside the car, around my head, over Emmy's head. Like, it was like across the whole back seats. It was flying right near my eyes and near my head. It was trying to find its way out. But it kept flying towards me, the only exit it had. Of course! And so I had to sit there. I think it was in there for like 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes as it was in that car, flying around, hovering around our heads, trying to get out of the window. And I was so scared if it would have bumped into the thing, got angry, and stabbed me, or stinged me. That was like the worst 5 minutes. I was like, oh my God, please don't sting me, please don't sting me, please don't sting me. The last thing I need during them when they're all in the gym is for me to be stung in the heat when I'm dying.
And then having to get up the car somehow and then
find our way
drive
out.
over the Planet Fitness area. Like, I got stung.
No,
I'm sure those people are accommodating to some.
I'm assuming.
Some extent.
But like, no, the Hornet was just flying around in the car, and we had to be so cautious. Of course, we can't move, but I was just so scared that any movement would have set off the Hornet or it bumping in the window. So terrifying. It just kind of shimmied its way out at the end. I think my husband opened the door. He couldn't shoo the thing out. We're so scared. We're like, I'm not moving. I don't want to be stung. Like, we're gonna be just stuck in this car. But no, thankfully everything that we did not get stung. The Hornet just made its way out. But during that. Now for the second, or another topic, is overheating badly. While they were at the gym, I started to overheat because Flora's car is black, and it was very hot.
Yes.
Outside.
Car attracts heat fast.
Yes, and I was just sweating, and we were just very hot.
She was letting us know, and we were like, oh yeah, we're booking it out.
Like, yeah, I was overheating, my wife and Luz were overheating, we were not having a great time. While overheating and feeling awful, a Hornet flew into the fucking car. Oh my God! And we could have got stung and overheated.
My God, that would have been a bad afternoon.
During, while we were getting a drink at the gas station to try to cool me down, man...
Oh, man did that to me a couple days ago.
Yeah, a man, he was walking by, and all he did was turn his neck so hard and stare through me out the window. What the fuck?
Yeah!
Never mind. I know the date. This happened on March 9th, my 1-year bag anniversary. This all happened.
No.
A man staring creepily through my window. I overheated badly. A Hornet flew into the car through the only opening on March 9th, my 1-year bag anniversary. I know the date now because all of that ironically happened.
Yes.
That happened on Lucy's trach anniversary. That happened on my bag anniversary. It was like, oh my God, I was stuck in the car for like an hour, overheating badly. Hornet flew in the car. A man stares at me so weird. I'm like, ugh. I don't like this.
I don't like this.
Thankfully, all went well. Did not get stung.
We had a good hangout.
And I just kind of cooled down and everything was great at the end. But I enjoyed ending my bag enjoying my bag anniversary because we just hanged out, we listened to music, and I just, had a little baggie cover for my 1 year. First year with asthma. Did not go the greatest. So thankfully everything went well, and I'll
And on the date she got her ostomy, she got sick with a cold.
No, I got sick on March 11th.
Right after fucking surgery. They probably got in your body.
After 5 hours surgery, 3 to 2 days later you're sick. God damn.
You got them huff coughs, and when your belly is sore from the surgery.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm like, it could have prolapsed or some shit.
Oh my god.
I don't like that.
No.
So, yeah, thankfully everything went good. I'm all good, and nothing went wrong. Well, a lot of it went wrong. But everything that went wrong did not
escalate further.
Did not escalate further and did not fully affect me.
Yes. Distracted you mentally. Kind of got a little scared, a little nervous.
Williams and Sydney and Cash's asthma appointment, how did it go?
Okay,
Probably sum this up quickly because we got a lot more topics.
Okay, so pretty much me, Sydney, and Cash had a asthma appointment, which this is our, I think, second one now fully for our asthma, and we went in there, and after trying the steroid for a month, it didn't really feel any different. We were still having the daily symptoms, and like the rescue inhaler, I still use before exercise or when needed. And I told our doctor that, and she's like, oh yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to hear. That means it is not all just asthma. It could be anxiety. It could be acid reflux. So I was like, oh really? She's like, yeah, so some of the daily tightness you feel, that could be anxiety when you are overstimulated or overwhelmed or just in general a little more nervous because in your nature, you come from your mom's side. So from your mom's genes, she has very bad anxiety. That means you get the end of the stick with horrible anxiety. And I was like, oh, okay. And she said, also with acid reflux, you mentioned daily breathlessness, but when I hear you with the stethoscope, there's no wheezing because you're not in a flare and you're not having the trigger that's triggering your asthma, which you do have. We ruled out, I still have asthma. It's still there. And my main exercise, or our main trigger is exercise, and maybe another trigger is like cold air or humidity or something, but exercise is the main one. So exercise induced asthma is my main one. And so I have all the wheezing, I have all the coughing, I have all the gargling, I have all the mucus, I have all the clear-cut asthma symptoms to a T during exercise and during my triggers. I have it. But during the day I'm like, yeah, I feel breathlessness, but I don't really hear any wheezing. She's like, oh yeah, that could be because of acid reflux, meaning you also have that
acid.
You also have that running in your family. So the micro bits of the stomach acid that is coming up silently that you don't feel, like you don't feel the heartburn. And I was like, yeah, I don't really feel any heartburn or vomiting or stuff. I mainly get gas, and I mainly just get
he burps a lot more.
The daily breathlessness and everything. So I was just like, okay, I don't know what that is about. And she's like, oh yeah, so this tells me this is not all asthma, because every time I've listened to your lungs right now and you're not doing a trigger, you're feeling fine. I'm not hearing a single wheeze. So I was like, oh, okay, that sounds promising. And so yeah, we're gonna start you on acid reflux mode. That should get rid of over half your daily symptoms, because when you're having those daily symptoms, you aren't wheezing, you're just having the daily symptoms. So I was like, oh, okay, that could help. And she said, okay, I'm gonna put you on that. So now I'm on acid reflux medication twice a day to hopefully get rid of my daily symptoms, to combat them. So the daily symptom part, because now we're figuring out and following the second root of the problem. We already figured out asthma. Have the rescue inhaler, take it before exercise and when needed on flare days. Steroid inhaler, bring down the baseline inflammation you already have to hopefully bring down the risk of attacks over time and just make you feel better in general. Great, we have those two things. Figured out asthma a bit. Now we got to figure out the secondary root. What is causing these daily symptoms? Anxiety and acid reflux, two more combining conditions with asthma. So anxiety, we're going to try meditation first, and if that doesn't work, we're going to hop on medication, as anxiety has caused some frequent health issues. And then acid reflux, which we're going to start a medication on twice daily, can help with the daily symptoms. So we're finally almost getting everything figured out. The daily symptoms should go away. Hopefully it helps, and we follow up back in about a month or so, schedule an appointment, get me in the doctor's office and see if it's working, tell her that it's working, hopefully, and hopefully be on those meds, or just have follow-ups and everything in general for my asthma and acid reflux and anxiety. That's all three combining. But thankfully, it doesn't seem like an all asthma issue, which is a good sign. That means my asthma is moving down a level, or it's not the level I thought it was. So thankfully, it's more in the moderate stage now instead of severe. So I just want to let it stay in moderate, not move up, just kind of chill there and be just chilling in general. So now the 3 medications I'm on is rescue inhaler, steroid inhaler, acid reflux, liquid medication twice a day. The steroid is now moved down to once a day to open up my lungs at night so acid reflux doesn't bother them over the night. And then rescue inhaler I take when needed or before exercise. And that's in general what I have. I should have a spirometry thingy to hopefully see what zone I am in that day and see what my reading is. So if I'm going into an attack, it's my warning zone that I need to take my inhaler, I need to head to the hospital or something like that. So it's a very important tool to have, so I'll try to talk about it and see if I can get one. But in general, everything went well. I mean, everything went well in general.
Got maybe a bit of an answer.
We got a bit of an answer, and hopefully that we've now solved the secondary root problem. I don't have it yet, but hopefully the prescription gets covered by insurance and everything and gets sent my way, so we'll find out. But it's only been a couple days after the appointment, so I'm not too worried about it. I just need to follow up for a month after starting the medication. So that's how my appointment went. And yeah.
We got sent to the ER once more. So there was a pretty bad storm. I don't exactly remember what date.
I don't know, March 17th, March 18th or something.
Time's moving by too quick. So it was probably March 16th or something.
16th, yes, the day of my appointment, never mind.
Yeah, March 16th, William had his appointment, and then a bad storm hit. So there was a tornado warning or watch.
Tornado warning.
And
I mean, they saw funnels or accumulation of funnels
that could form a tornado.
Any moment.
So we had tornado warnings.
Tornado watches, severe thunderstorm warnings.
Yeah. We had a bunch of stuff. Out of literally the blue. Nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And from the last winter storm, we know that we're on ventilators. And quick info, I have a permanent ventilator device that only runs for 6 hours. I have an emergency backup generator, and it runs 4 hours. And then I can do frog breathing, shockingly, impressively enough, for an hour. That only gets me to 12 hours. And once again, we looked up the weather, we looked up how long the power outages were going to be. It said a few days minimum, or a day minimum. Well, I can only last half a day maximum.
None of us can last that.
No, none of us can last that. Like, me doubled can only last a day with, like, 3 things.
Yes.
No, I can't do that.
And then my machines are running. So.
Yeah, so we knew that what we did in the snowstorm in January, we went to the ER due to the fact that we knew that our ventilator devices weren't running. Thankfully, we had a bit of experience before, so we knew just to pack up our stuff and head to the ER that day. Thankfully, we came home later the next day because the power only flickered, no tornadoes in our area, and a few showers of rain.
For 3 minutes.
And listen, I'm very grateful to have the support system I have. I'm so grateful that we can go to the ER when we can.
I'm so grateful that nothing bad happened.
Packing up over 20 plus medical supplies, hauling all that shit into the car, making us drive to the ER where we could potentially get more infections, and then we just come home the next day because of rain.
It was sunny and warm and hot.
And also, a few days after the ER, I think like on the 18th or 19th of March, I had congestion for like 5-ish hours.
Don't know what the fuck that was.
So that scared me. I was like, oh my god, please tell me.
Then I had stomach issues.
Yeah, we had stomach issues. We kind of felt nauseous. I felt
queasy.
I was congested. So I was like, oh my god, please tell me I did not catch something from the ER. I recovered February 6th from a 39-day sickness.
No. January 20th over here.
And so it was just like, oh my god, like I was praying to God that I did not get any sicknesses. I don't know why I had congestion for 5 hours. I'm assuming it was like my lungs acting up.
Or something got in your lungs, or the heat.
Something about the heat or something. I don't know. Something bothered me the minute I woke up, and I just had a congestion even
for 5 hours, and it was like I could hear it. It sounded like she was getting a cold.
Literally 5 to 6 hours, and that really scared me. But thank God
it went away.
Knocked on wood. That I'm not congested. I feel fine. I'm not having symptoms, and that happened like 2 to 3 to 1 day ago. So I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty okay, and I don't have any more weird junkiness in my lungs. I don't know what happened. So that was our ER trip. Thankfully, nothing happened, and
we're all safe and good.
Yeah, we were all safe and good. We hope we don't. Again, fingers crossed. We did not catch anything from the ER. Because going to the ER is already bacteria filled, and when you just have our medical complexity,
it can
turn bad very quick.
So we'll that's why right back in the ER.
Yes, like we literally went January 20th, and then not even 2 months later we went back. That's not a good thing. No,
because the weather's been bipolar and literally, sending us to the ER.
It snowed, it had tornadoes, it's rained, it's been sunny, it's been icy, it's been
Damn,
it's only
we had
March.
4 seasons in a month. I kid you not.
Oh my god. Okay, our park interactions. So, I'm just going to sum it all up. So, we go to Randleman Park way more than Asheboro. So, this Randleman Park is a lot better. It has nice swings, it has
big
good funny slides. It has good things, nice play things, I assume. Where we can swing, and we can slide on the slides, we can spin. But the interactions there have been so much better than Asheboro.
We have no interactions in Asheboro.
In Asheboro, no. But in Randleman, oh my god.
There's been 3.
The first kid we met was
our first day there.
Yeah, it was literally our first day there, so we didn't know this park. We were like, okay, let's just swing all the swings and have a fun time. Let's spin on this spinny thing. This is fun. And then we saw this kid. When we were on... Oh.
Okay, it's on the rocking.
So... when we were on the spinny thing, he kind of heard, and he was like, oh yeah, like, I don't remember what he said, but it was like, oh, can I play with y'all? Or something. He didn't really introduce himself. I think he just got on the thing, and we're very nice and open people, so we're like, oh yeah, like, we don't
you
mind.
Can hang out with us, it's fine.
And he was like, fake falling, and he's like, oh, and his mother said, don't worry, and then we kind of migrated to a spinny thing. It was not the same spinny thing we were in. It was like this tall little thing.
Oh my god.
And it spins fast. He loved to spin, and Matthew was on there, oh my god, what the and like, he was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and he's like, Flora was laughing at how funny his face was, and then we all went, and he was laughing, singing us, oh my god, we had to have the grip strength of a damn gorilla.
Oh my god.
My husband, thank god, had the great grip.
It was so fast.
And his mother was laughing, and we went to a little piano thing, and we were just playing with
contest
that, and we were naming music albums. It was so much more fun, way more than I'm explaining it. Like, we had a fun time, and
we
his
went
mother
down
was
slides,
laughing.
played tag.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, like, y'all are so sweet. I'm like, we do not mind at all.
Yeah, she was like, oh my god, like, we have to head home now. And she's like, but say thank you to them. Like, they were so sweet. Like, y'all guys are so nice. I was like,
and then we found a cup. And we were like, oh, what's this? And they're like, oh, let me, like, I want it. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll wash this out. And he said, thank you, like, for playing with me or something. And he hugged all of us. I was like, oh, that's so cute.
He hugged all 3 or 4 of us, just kind of chilling there.
It's so cute.
It was so sweet and adorable. And then we had driving lessons after, so that was the first interaction.
And the second interaction
was a 3-year-old girl.
Yes, it was a 3-year-old girl.
Sweet girl. She was a baby.
Yeah, she was like talking about her Barbies, and she's like, "Hi, my name is." Honestly,
I can't remember her name, but her name was so beautiful.
It was a pretty name. I just can't fully remember. We were already feeling a little weird that day, so I guess that deterred something.
I guess.
But she was a very sweet child. Like, she's a little sassy, and like, but she was talking about her Barbies. We swang on the swings. We had a fun time at this spinny thing, not the standing up one. Lord, dear Lord. But we had a fun time, and she was like laughing.
Super sweet, laughing.
And we were like going up slides, racing, doing this and this.
She's like, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Yeah, like, she wanted to stay at the park forever.
And we were like talking with the mom. We're like, yeah, like, we talked about some of, how, like, other stuff that's not like, not inappropriate or anything. It was just kind of like our life, or not like a whole life story, but like, they were very open, they were very nice people, and we enjoyed it. And then the third interaction was another girl.
That same day?
Yeah, that same day, like a little bit after. She came up to me. She came up to me and Matthew, and I think Matthew was just kind of near the spinny thing. Flora and Matthew and me were all near the spinny thing. I think
I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, William was going.
Stomach issues.
Yeah, William was going to the restroom. So she kind of came up, oh yeah, like, oh, look what I can do. It's like, oh, cool. And we kind of spun her, and she was spinning Floor, and she was spinning my husband. Like, we just had a fun time. And she kind of showed us all her tricks. That one was a little shorter because we kind of had to leave.
Yeah.
For Floor to go to work and
just hang out in the mall and cool off.
Yeah, a little bit, because being outside for too long can affect us, like it was. So we just had a fun time. That was a short interaction, but she was nice, and we liked her
She
skills.
showed off her cool
She was really good at that. Like, she could just spin with her foot and then woo, like do all these
it
tricks.
was impressive.
So we had a great time, and hopefully when we go back, it's been a few days. Hopefully when we go back, I don't know if there's going to be another interaction. Like every single time,
kids are so much nicer.
I kid you not. Every single time we went to Random in Park, which has like been 3 to 2 times.
3 or 4 times now.
No, I think 3 or 2. I think there's been that many.
That one time we went at night and it was like balls cold and we went back in the car.
We've gone.
Francesca.
Yeah, we've gone a few times, but we've had a fun time nonetheless. We stayed in the car. We talked about our life things because obviously children aren't there. Like obviously it's late at night. That's kind of creepy.
If someone was there,
I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was an adult, but it's like okay. And it's okay if it's a child, as long as there's a parent there.
There better be, because if not,
But then again, a few times that we went to Random Park, most of the time when it's been during the day and not at night, like a late night run, we've had an interaction and they've been super sweet. So yeah, we like Random Park. It's a pretty good park. We haven't had any creepy experiences.
No, not really.
Very
fun park.
I don't think so. We've had, but Ashborough Park is like,
bit of a drive, but it's worth it for 3 interactions, driving lessons.
The weather's a little bit more nicer there. I mean, it's balls fuck cold, but
once it gets warmer, it'll be better.
Like, we just have a fun time, and we like the interactions. The kids are cute, and, we just love the interactions. I'm happy that those kids aren't afraid to interact,
with older people, because the 3-year-old we were talking to was, more sophisticated or more
she was
advanced for her
years
age.
above her age grade.
Yeah.
So if she was 3, she would be talking like a 6
she was
or
calling
7-year-old.
us kids like, oh, can I play with those kids? I was like, and the mom was like, I guarantee those are not kids.
She was like, baby, and she said, you're the only kid here. And we're like, oh yeah, we're like adults.
Only her and us.
We're like, we're all adults.
She's like really, really young
and
adults.
And we had to say our names. Baby, like, don't call them kids. They're not kids. Like,
they're adults.
Ask them their names. We're like, Doc, Floor, Matthew, William, Sydney.
Yeah.
So we just said our names, and we just had a fun time. So those have been our Random in Park interactions.
Yes.
How much breathing equipment and breathing meds do we have? So this is a bucket ton. Me and William and Doc, our friend Doc, have a bucket ton of meds. But right now we're just going to talk about me and William.
Mm-hmm.
So to start off first, what are your breathing conditions?
Well, the ones that I know of is definitely moderate asthma, ALS, spinal cord injury, C4, C5, C6, T1, incomplete, and I think that's it.
I have CSA, central sleep apnea. I have CF. I have ALS. I have SMA. I have a C3 incomplete, C4 complete, C5 complete, C8 incomplete, T1 complete, T10 incomplete, spinal cord injury, and ALS if I haven't mentioned that. So in the short run, spinal cord injury, CSA, CF, SMA, ALS. I believe.
3 for me, 5 for her. Jesus.
And maybe exercise-induced asthma, 6.
Damn.
So I have like 6 to 7 breathing disorders.
Frick,
so they affect my lung function greatly.
Yes.
So, yes, cystic fibrosis and ALS being the primary main ones. All the other ones have big effect on me, but those ones are like my main hitters. So, yes, that is my breathing disorders, and that's William's. And these cause us to have a bunch of breathing stuff. So, for my breathing equipment, if I can remember all of it, I have a pulse oximeter, which measures my blood oxygen levels, I believe, and my O2 and my
just in general
and my heart
stuff.
rate. Yes, it measures my breathing and stuff, and so I have that pretty much on me most of the time. And then I have a chest clearance or HFCWO vest. I can't remember what it's called. I know the acronym or the shortening name of it,
but I can't remember what it stands for.
I don't know. But it is basically a vest that can shake your chest to loosen all the mucus in your chest. I've been having that for over, 2 decades? I don't know. A long time. So I have the chest percussion vest, I have the pulse oximeter, I have a cough assist machine because I do not have enough expiratory flow to accurately just do a big cough or peak expiratory flow. So I have a cough assist, and then I have a suctioning machine, a heavy duty one to do deep trach suctioning, and a portable suction machine that works a little less, but it is for my chair. And then I have I have 3 separate nebulizer machines. The first nebulizer machine runs my albuterol nebulizer, my, so hard to remember, hypertonic saline, and maybe my Pulmicort. Yes, my Pulmicort. And then the second nebulizer runs my Pulmozyme, and then my third nebulizer machine runs my Caistin. And then I have Symbicort inhaler. I do not take Pulmicort daily. That is a nebulized form when I am sick, but Symbicort is basically that. It is a steroid, butadiene something. I can't say the name, but it has that and a bronchodilator, which is a buterol, so it can work as a steroid.
It's a combined inhaler.
Yeah, a duo inhaler. It's Symbicort. And then I have, I don't even know. I have so much. Then I have my ventilator, my aerovent chamber for my inhalers because I can't take them by mouth. I have my tracheostomy. I have suction sleeve catheters. I have an inline suction.
Spacer.
No, that's an aerovent chamber.
Oh, sorry.
I can't use a spacer.
A water humidifier machine.
A water humidifier machine. I have a BiPAP in my room. I just hardly use it. It's very hard to remember. So basically, if I can remember everything, I have a chest percussion vest, a suctioning machine, 3 different nebulizer machines, inline suction, portable suction, and deep suctioning machine. I have an aerovent chamber, I have a BiPAP, I have a cough assist, I have sleeve suction catheters, I have a pulse oximeter. I think I didn't say cough assist, but if I do, it's probably the 13 to 15 breathing machines on a daily basis for me. And my breathing meds, most likely, on a daily basis, if I'm not in a Caistin thing and I'm not sick, are albuterol inhaler, Symbicort inhaler, Pulmozyme nebulizer, hypertonic saline nebulizer, and I think, and technically a med that can assist with is Advrizi something, which is my SMA medication, which can help enhance my lung function, and Trikafta. Those help prevent, stuff from CF. So, 6 to 7 breathing meds on a day. When I'm sick, it turns into a buterol nebulizer. Then I have the Pulmicort neb, then I have the Pulmozyme, and if I'm on Caistin, I have the Caistin, then I have the hypertonic saline, then I have, I never get so loud. Then that scared me. Then I have the Trikafta, and I have the Advrizi. I could have more, but so far I have 6 to 5 meds naturally for my breathing. I have 15 to 13 machines. So I'm assuming that's all my breathing stuff. If William does mention one thing that I think I have, I will then go ahead and mention it.
Okay, so I have my breathing box here because it's a lot to remember. But pretty much my machines and medicines and whatnot, all the breathing stuff I have currently is the trach, the ventilator, the water humidifier machine, the portable suction machine, and then the nebulizer, which I only have 1, I don't have 3. I have cough assist, then I have my chest percussion vest, then I have my at-home suction machine, then I have my spacer, my steroid inhaler, my rescue inhaler, my suction inline catheter. I think that's it. I've counted 12. And BiPAP. I used to use that throughout my injury, and I now barely use it because of the night vent. I think I named at least 13 items around my house.
Yeah, 12 to 13 minimum.
I have 3 machines in my book bag, which is the things I already named, but the ventilator tubing is, I mean, it's a breathing thing, but it ain't, a machine.
It is.
A wired, like the tubing?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well.
I assume.
And then I have a pulse oximeter, and I need a spirometry thingy. That would be about 14 to 15 items. And I think Doc counted wrong because I have 15 or 14 items.
I can't remember all mine. I used to have an acapella, and I can't use the spirometry thing. I can't blow out hard enough.
Yeah.
I can't blow.
Yes, so...
I almost have 0 blow power.
Oh, okay.
It's like 35.
We're stupid. We had the ambu bag.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh my god.
I have the ambu bag as well.
Damn.
We have we have like 15 damn breathing stuff.
We have 15 to 16 minimum each.
Oh, the balloon on our tray?
Yeah, you can count that, I guess.
I guess.
It's not a separate item. I mean, it's just on our tray.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, the HME, god damn it.
I don't wear my HME, y'all. I basically have a heated humidifier wired system that basically just does the
I wear an HME in the shower.
Exchange. So I don't need the HME only when I'm doing my frog breathing, though.
So still need the HME?
Yes, I don't need it daily, though. Well, I'm an idiot. I do.
You still... Exactly. And just in general, that's what we have. I think I have about 15 to 16 breathing items, and I still don't have everything I need, even though it's flooding my freaking bedroom.
I think I have everything I need.
And then the medicines I have is the hypertonic saline and albuterol daily through the nebulizer. Then the rescue medication as needed, if I take it day to day by the exercise or anything I'm doing. And then I need a steroid inhaler. I mean, I don't think I have anything else. It's just machines.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I have like 4 meds a day, not 6 or 7. And that's pretty much all my breathing stuff and equipment and...
Oh, and it's an important number. How many nebulizers do we go through in one day?
So on a healthy, good day...
If I remember mine.
I don't go on antibiotics or anything for my lungs. I just have 2 medications through a nebulizer all the time. I don't have 3. I only have 2. And then my steroid inhaler is upstairs. So I take that once a day. Cannot get off of it. And then I do the hypertonic saline only in the morning and the albuterol only in the morning. So that's twice. And then I do another albuterol neb once at night. So I take now 3 nebulizers a day, which is something I used to do only when sick. So the frequency is a lot worse and bigger, but it keeps my health hopefully in good spirits. So I take 3 nebulizers a day, and Doc takes 4 on a really, really good day without casein. On casein, it goes up to fucking 7.
Hold up, let me tell them mine. You blurted it out.
I know.
So, for me, when on a healthy good day, here's the important thing. I do not take an albuterol nebulizer in the morning, because my lungs are shockingly best at their mornings with just my other nebs, but not albuterol. So I skip the albuterol, but I do albuterol inhaler and Symbicort inhaler, so basically kind of like
the same damn thing.
Yeah, just replaced with 2. But the nebulizer, the first one that I do is technically hypertonic saline after I take Symbicort and albuterol inhaler. So I take the hypertonic saline in the morning, and then around the afternoon-ish, I think during my vest treatment, I'm an idiot. I take hypertonic saline in the morning, and then a few hours after that, or maybe 30 minutes, I take a Pomazyme med, which is kind of like a DNA cutter thing that kind of like cuts the thick mucus.
Don't have that?
It makes your mucus very, kind of like, instead of thick and sticky, it's kind of liquidy.
Thinner.
So that way all my other treatments can knock it out.
And kick out, and you can cough it up a lot safer.
I take hypertonic saline, Pomazyme, and then around nighttime I take another hypertonic saline neb, and then finally, after that, I do my albuterol nebulizer at night, because my lungs struggle a lot more at night because I have central sleep apnea. So when I sleep, my brain tells me to stop breathing, and then just naturally over the night I just don't do great. I don't have issues. I'm just saying if I quickly went off that schedule, I would.
Yep.
So basically in a day I take 1 albuterol neb, I take 2 hypertonic saline nebs, I take a Pomazyme neb, and I think that's it. Pomazyme neb, 2 hypertonic saline albuterol. Yep.
4 nebulizers a day, so still one bigger than me.
And then if I'm healthy still, but just on Caistin, which is my 28-day on and 28-day off antibiotic, I take the hypertonic saline in the morning, I take the Pulmozyme shortly after, I take the Caistin, and then I maybe Caistin again, and then I take the hypertonic saline, and then I take the albuterol, and then Caistin.
7.
So 7 nebulizers when I'm healthy. But when I'm sick, and then if I'm sick and not on the Caistin, I do the Pulmicort neb, I do the saline neb, and I do the albuterol nebulizer. Then I do the Pulmozyme nebulizer. Then I do the albuterol nebulizer again, hypertonic saline neb again. I don't know, 8.
God.
8 to 9, but if I'm on Caistin,
it goes up to 11 nebs a day.
It goes from albuterol, Pulmozyme, hypertonic saline, Caistin. 9. No, Pulmicort as well. So 10 to 11 nebulizers a day when I'm sick.
With Caistin.
With
Dang.
Caistin. So
okay,
basically, in the rundown, when I'm healthy,
5 or 6.
Okay, when I'm healthy and not on Caistin, I take 4 nebs a day. When I am healthy but on Caistin, I take 7. When I am sick but not on Caistin, I take around 8.
I would assume
8 to 7 nebs. And then when I am sick and on Caistin, I take around 10 to 11 nebulizers a day.
God damn.
So that would be like 70 nebulizers in a week when I'm sick and on Caistin. Last sickness, I was not on Caistin, I don't think. It lasted 39 days, so eventually I had like 10 days off the Caistin only. Because it lasted that fucking long. I've done over like, I would say like over 300 nebulizers during that sickness.
Something. Oh my god.
Because, let me do the math. So no. It lasted 39 days. 39 days of my life without Caistin and healthy would be 156 nebulizers. And I'm perfectly healthy and not on Caistin. When I'm healthy and on Caistin, in 39 days, I'll do 273 nebulizers.
God damn.
When I'm healthy and not on Caistin. When I am sick and not on Caistin, it'll go to 8 nebs a day. So in 39 days, I'll do 312 nebulizers.
God. I do 5 or 6 when I'm sick, y'all. I do 3, and that never changes.
And then...
unless a flare day or sickness happens.
And then when I'm sick and on Caistin, in 39 days, I would do 390 nebulizers.
Ew.
So in this sickness, I done like 200 to 300 nebulizers minimum. I done like 70. Well, when I'm sick with, I don't know. I don't think the hypertonic saline one changes too much when I'm sick. I just have 3 albuterol.
I just have it at night and
so I do 3 albuterol, 2 hypertonic salines, 1 Pulmozyme. What made me get to 8 then?
Caistin.
Oh, Pulmicort.
Pulmicort.
Hypertonic, albuterol. Pulmozyme. Yeah, there must be a hypertonic saline somewhere in there. I don't know. I have just too many damn nebs. So typically I take about 8 nebs a day when I'm fine. When I'm sick, clearly. I do not take 8 nebs a day if I'm fine. Good Lord, I take 4. But if I were to ever go and have a flare day, then I would take albuterol nebulizer in the morning so it could reach deeper into my lungs. So that's the reason why. If I have a crummy morning like March 16th, I don't know what day it was, March 18th or something, I would have to take albuterol neb. So then it would switch to 5 nebs a day when I'm healthy and not on Caistin and fine. Just a little crummy.
Mm-hmm.
So typically in about a week naturally for me, if I'm perfectly fine, not on Caistin, don't have a crummy morning that entire week, I'll go through about 28 nebulizers. And I'm fine. But if I'm on Caistin and perfectly fine, not having a crummy morning for an entire week, it would switch to 49. 49 nebulizers.
What?
So in my life, let's just say I done... We're going in depth about this.
Oh no,
Let me see.
Have so many topics down. This is what happens when she's very interested about something, but yeah, I have a breathing box, and not every equipment is in that breathing box.
6,670 days. 6, 7. And I've been doing nebulizers for a lot of my life.
And you keep forgetting the number.
Yes. Okay, so I've done nebulizer for 6,670 days. If I'm not encased in...
Wait, what? Were you getting 6,000? Is it your whole life?
My whole life, yes. Most of my life.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I just recently started the schedule, y'all.
If I'm
I done 3 nebs a day, 3 nebs a week for like a year straight, and then I stopped for a decade, and then I got nebs only when I was sick, and then now I get nebs 3 times a day. So I've never had that
to calculate this number
for that long.
We are going to just to say the number of nebs I have taken.
Okay,
so I'm going to say the number of meds or nebs that I have taken when I am healthy and not on Casein. These 6,670 days, I've had a lot of crummy days. Okay, I had a lot of hospital stays. I've had a lot of new times. But if I'm just doing 4 a day minimum, now it would be 26,680 nebulizers in my entire life if I'm healthy and have 0 crummy days and never on Casein in my life. Yay!
Oh my god!
But if we divide this by 28, that'll give me 238 days on Casein. Oh no, 238 trials of Casein in my life.
What the?
238 times 28 is... No, that can't be right.
No.
Hold up.
It's better than the days.
Yeah, no, wait. Is that 238 days on Casein? But that doesn't sound right at all.
No. If you're doing 28 days each and every other month.
Well.
What the fuck?
No, that's almost a year on Casein. Guess that sounds okay. I don't know.
Because every month you go through... Every year you go through about maybe 6-ish months of Casein. Every year.
I don't know.
You've had years of that shit, dog.
How would we divide this?
I don't know math.
But that's 6,000.
All I know is that she used over 30,000 nebs.
Okay, 28.
Oh my god.
230. But that must be 238 individual days. But that can't be 238 times?
Yeah. But then it almost adds up to...
But then it almost adds up to my entire life. But is that accurate or no?
I don't think so, because why would you barely have only 2 months off of it your whole life?
670. Okay. If I have been on nebulizer for 6,670 days, how many rounds of Casein would I typically have if it's 28 days on and off? How many days would I be on Casein?
Oh my god. Guys are figuring this out.
119 rounds. 3,335 days on it.
Damn. No.
3,335. Hold up. 330. There's a lot of threes in that look.
I know. What the fuck? This 3.
There's 3 threes and 3. Divide. Okay. Times 7.
Wait.
23,345 there.
No way, bitch. How do you... You had only 3,000 good days.
How many days would I be on Casein and off Casein?
Yeah, 28 days.
28 days in your whole life. 3,335 days and off Casein for 3,335 days. Oh, the same thing.
So half and half because you do it so much. So now you need to calculate the number of healthy days you had. 4 nebs.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to screenshot this because I'm not going to remember that number. 4. Okay, 13.
Whoa! Nearly doubled.
13,340 plus... Let me go to my photos. I don't think this is accurate at all because that does not... it's going to be accurate, but at the same time, I feel like it's not. You know?
Yeah, because we're not counting the times you've been sick.
Nope.
It's just estimated,
Let's be
y'all.
healthy.
I know. We're counting her healthy days, y'all. Not sick. She's been sick like trillions
Okay, if I'm healthy, if I've been healthy for that many days, 6,670 days straight, and I've never had one bad flare day, I've only been on Caseton and have been all healthy, never got sick once in my life, I would use 36,685 nebulizers.
Yeah, let's just
I was sick for 39 days.
Yeah, let's just comfortably say she's used over 40,000 nebulizers.
Probably over 50,000 in my life. 50,000 maybe.
God damn. I've done hundreds, if not maybe 1,000.
I've done like over 301 sickness that I had this year.
Mm-hmm.
How many nebs have I done this year? No.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. That's crazy. 36,000? Like just minimum. Like if I've never gotten sick in my life.
Well, that's our breathing equipment and stuff. That's our medicines. That's our frequency of using it. And it's
How many do you think you would use?
I don't know. I was off of them for 10 plus years. Damn, that's over half my life. Jesus.
I just can't fully believe that I've been like...
Anyway, that's our breathing stuff. That's kind of our natural things now. I've been doing the schedule for a couple weeks now. It's been going...
Calculate how many you've used?
Yeah, it's going phenomenal. And just in general, the schedule's working, making me feel good. And I'm going to stay on it probably for the rest of the time because back then I really wished that I would have gone on it probably at the beginning of 2025 and my lung function was 25% instead of 12.
I wish you would have got it in like 2024 because you were struggling.
I was struggling with ALS that I didn't know of. And just in general, I think I should have started it a couple months after my injury, so I should have been on it for way over a year now. But I'm glad I figured it out now instead of later. I did suffer consequences for not going on those schedules, even though I still had a fuck ton of breathing equipment. But now I even have
50,000?
No. But
How many pills have I taken?
No. But I now have...
I'm sure Zenpep would be over millions.
But now I have even more, but I'm super glad that the schedule's working and I've got to figure it out earlier instead of even later than I already have discovered it. So
wait.
No, it's okay. Let's not.
No, hold up.
We can calculate this off camera.
Hold up.
Doc.
I'm just doing the 12 times a day. If I took 12 Zenpeps every single day for the rest of my life, that would be 80,000 pills in Dutch Zen pill. Yay! Oh my god.
Girl, that's crazy.
I've almost taken over 100,000 Zenpep.
What?
I haven't been on both.
Honey, I didn't have a pill medication until my spinal cord injury. 2024.
Really?
Yes, really. I didn't take medicine for 10 years. Yes.
Damn, I've taken over 8,000.
I took my life for granted because now I have a box of meds.
I've taken over like at least 5,000
of levothyroxine, yes. Damn.
I could probably have over 300,000 pills.
You're insane.
No.
Anyway, that's our breathing stuff.
Yeah, that's our breathing stuff. That's all our weird crap. I'm so sorry for like I don't know, going on for so long. But it was cool and interesting to find out how many nebulizers I would take if I was healthy.
Yes.
And hardly on Caseton. I mean, yes. I can't believe I've been doing Caseton for over 3,000 days.
That's crazy.
That's wild. In April, I think I have another trial, so get ready for that.
All
right. So the next topic is leaking pipe.
So pretty much, I'll just explain this. Pretty much, we found all the trash bags and stuff from under the sink, kind of out of the sink. I was like, what happened to the sink? Like, why is everything out there? Oh, yeah, there's a leak. And then the next day, a Delta kind of truck came over, fixed the leak right as rain, and pretty much nothing else has been happening. But there was, I think, only one leak. That's all I know of. So, but it seems to be fixed, and everything seems to be good, and that was pretty much just a leak. It was a simple leak. It was a minor one. It was a minor one, I guess, so, like we've been having for months.
Yes. William is thinking of getting a colostomy. Why we both would like a bag? What do you mean by the end of that? Like, why would we both like a bag? I already have a bag.
Well, I know, but why? What were the reasons why we want or need a bag?
I'm going to change that. Why we needed the bag.
So pretty much for me, I've been thinking of getting a colostomy bag for a couple months now, since probably the beginning of this year, so for 2 or 3 months now, because my bowel routine is getting strenuous. It's been about 2 years. After my spinal cord injury, and before then I had encopresis, constipation and incontinence issues for about 14 years, and then I didn't really suffer for about 2.5 years, and then my injury happened, and then I experienced neurogenic bowel and bladder. So pretty much those don't work, and they don't work. Essentially, they're paralyzed. And I got the catheter for my bladder, and while I got some UTIs and had some pretty scary issues with AD during my Botox. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good in bladder-wise, but my bowels have also been causing some issues. I've had multiple moments where I almost shot myself because of bowel issues. I've had stomach pain.
I did.
Stomach kind of issues, and I get sometimes flares of diarrhea and bowel issues, and in general, it's bad sometimes. I'm rushing to use the restroom and everything, and then I got hemorrhoids. They're kind of out, like a bit internally and kind of outward, I guess. If that's
people call them berries.
I got berries on my butt.
Okay.
TMI.
That's people don't want to know you got berries on your butt.
Okay, but pretty much they caused some issues all the way back in July, where I was vomiting, I was having AD. I was having chills for days, and just in general, not feeling the greatest, and I wasn't. And while doing my bowel program, I noticed there was blood in the toilet.
In the stool?
This was irritation on them because of the stimulation you have to do to make my bowels work again, and essentially, goddamn, into the cells.
Might need the damn bag now.
Yeah. And just in general, my bowels and bladder has been causing some issues, but I'm just still continuing with the catheters, as that's the best way for me, and I'm still getting Botox, so I don't have to up or increase the dose or decrease my risk of UTIs and stuff like that. So I'm still doing the Botox every 4 to 6 months, which is about to be my 4th procedure in a couple more months, or surgery. And
fun fact, it is Lucy's first Botox procedure
today, and my sister's as well.
Yay!
So with
and
some
Big
luck,
Donnie's.
Yep, and my Lucy's. So they have a lot of Botox today. But it's an in and out procedure in a clinic. It goes really well.
No, they're gonna have to be sedated for the first few rounds.
Well, yeah, for me, I was sedated for about 1 or 2 rounds, and then I wasn't sedated in that. Ooh.
Get ready for it, buddy.
Ooh.
Think about my wife.
My heart rate went to 39.
Yeah, my wife's went to 30 to 39.
I don't know.
Like
it was really bad.
William and Emmy had a rough time. Emmy.
In October.
And I believe
because I found out I had a raging, bloody UTI.
Raging, bloody UTI.
I wasn't pissing blood. I was just vomiting like crazy.
But my wife, I think when it was her 3rd or 4th round, she finally got it unsedated. And thankfully, her 5th round went really well, just for context.
And it was, but I also had...
we talked about this a lot more depth in a podcast.
A mild UTI before the procedure, but everything went well. I recovered from both the surgery and the UTI, and in general, everything went well. But my bladder has been okay. It's been rocky these last couple months, so I'm trying to look more into that. And my bowels, just been causing some issues, hemorrhoids, encopresis, neurogenic bowel, my dead-ass paralyzed limp body doesn't make it any easier.
Dead-ass?
Yes, I'm dead limp.
We dead?
No, I'm not dead.
You said my dead-ass paralyzed limp bottom. Like, dang.
Yeah, but anyway, I just have no twitching, no movement at all for months now, since December. So 3 or 4 months now, I've had no movement, no twitching from my neck down or anything, so it's been a while. And just in general, it's getting harder to do those 40 minutes a day when I already have an hour of breathing shit to do, and transfers, boxes of medications, 10 catheters a day, 2 bowel routines a day, 1 hour to 2 hours of breathing crap a day. Like, it's my medical schedule is already brutal. It's hours and hours and hours of caregiving, and we do that 3 times a week now, so it's getting more and more exhausting. And so we have I just in general feel the need to get a bag, not this month or anything, but maybe definitely at the end of this year or a little sooner than that, because just in general, my bowel routine takes up 40 minutes, and I would much rather have it take 1 to 2 minutes a day and actually have more free time off the toilet and give my hemorrhoids, a break, but I want to get a colostomy where they don't remove my anus, they don't remove my small or large intestine or anything. They just create an opening with my large intestine, I believe, and they put it through the abdomen to create a colostomy, which you only do a bowel movement, or you have to empty your bag 1 to 2 to 3 times a day, which is pretty much my same schedule. But I'm not having to sit there for 40 minutes in the toilet. But
you just plop your booty in there.
Yeah.
And you just
float up in the
toilet.
Ew, oh god, ew.
No,
but
that's so nasty. I'm gonna get infection so quick.
But in general, I'm not like Doc and need like my anus removed, 95% of my colon removed. No, I don't need all that.
You spoiled it again.
I'm sorry, but
why are you spoiling all my crap?
in general, I think for that route, she knows a lot more about colostomies and bags and supplies and click barrier system than I ever know. So
he's like, what?
I'm like, huh? It's so confusing. I hear my sister stuff, so I'm trying to learn it more, trying to know what bag I need to get or something like that. What size my stomach will be. Yes, and just in general, it will be better time-consuming wise and health-wise for me. So it's probably an option I will definitely probably get in the future, for sure. And just in general, I kind of want it for ease and comfort and accessibility-wise, and so to not tear up Cindy's shoulders and everything, her back.
Well, my husband's back and shoulders are still getting teared up because I pee 9 times a day.
Yeah, I piss 10
and I get on a vest. He's like trans me 15 times a day.
Yeah, so it's still a lot, but
horrible.
It would be better if they didn't have to wait 40 minutes a day on the toilet and everything.
Just let our bodies
and cause you discomfort, so
I've not sat on a toilet in a year.
I want to get the bag. So pretty much with me, I'm not going to get any of my anus removed or anything. I'm sure that would be fine. None of my small intestines touched. There's no damage. There's no nothing like that. My colon and my large intestine is fine and everything. They'll just have to do a resection of it. They just have to grab one side of it.
Grab a colon, man. Start man up here.
So basically,
they grab my colon with their bare ass hand. There's not much tickle.
I cry.
Most of my intestines out my body. It's serious. I'm so serious. I'm dead serious.
Okay, that was hilarious. But so, Doc, can you explain how my procedure or surgery would be kind of done? The colostomy way.
Well, I honestly grab your damn through your stomach. They grab your entire intestine and they wrap it. No.
Oh.
So I fully, honestly, don't really know William's situation fully. I mean, mine was.
But I have encopresis, hemorrhoids, and neurogenic bowel.
Yes, but I don't really know because
I'm sorry.
No. So I don't fully know how they would do Williams because I do know that they can use any parts of his colon, the descending, the transverse, or the sigmoid.
They'll probably maybe use the middle one? The middle part? Oh, no.
The sigmoid colon is like on the side.
Oh, okay.
That's how you get your bag. If it was descending, it'd be very much lower. But sigmoid...
My dream made a doo.
When he just done the stoma, so it kind of looked like a popping out sound. Something's so wrong. No, but like, I don't fully know. Like, honestly, it's kind of hard to explain. Because, honestly, I know my surgical process and how they did it because I've been having it for a year. I've looked up extensively before. My surgeons and doctors have told me a lot. They've been very helpful. And my stoma nurse. But, or my colorectal surgeon. No, but I don't fully know, but I do know that sigmoid is typically the best route. Because either transverse or sigmoid makes the best, most formed stool. It almost seems like from the stoma that you could physically almost see like a formed poop. Which is not bad.
Okay.
That actually makes it very easy. The poop isn't necessarily, the output isn't sticky. Meaning it won't stick. Hey, you gotta learn this.
I know.
It won't be stuck to the side of your bags.
Or liquid.
It would prevent pancaking. But if it's formed, it'll make it a lot easier to empty the bag. It's out. And you won't need a drainage, you won't need special ostomy. It could be varied, depending on your health and what you eat.
Half of my stomach is a...
Yeah, and there are different types. So I'm assuming if you have enough healthy colon left, I think they would just kind of leave the rest of your colon inside your body, and then make that your new opening. They would redirect the colon to the outside of your abdomen, which would be known as a bud or a stoma.
And the small intestine's untouched and shit?
Yeah. What they do is they flip your colon to make the bud. So they kind of turn it inside out. It's not your straight intestine. They sew that to the skin so you can have an opening. It's not painful. The intestines have no nerve endings. That's why you can't feel food running through your, you can't.
If I felt that,
you can't feel it. You can feel food moving, but you can't feel pain because they have no nerve endings. They don't feel pain. So what the colorectal surgeon will go in there. They will most likely just cut off the rest of the intestine.
Cut off.
You need to have it sewn somewhere. So they would just kind of
said cut off the rest of the intestine. I'm like, where'd it go?
Bye.
Why are you ripping it out?
Throw it away. No.
I don't have disease.
No. But basically, all of William's colon, the descending transverse, the ileum, the jejunum, like the rest of the small intestine and everything of the rest of the large intestine, it will be left in his body because it doesn't really have anywhere to go. That means if something happened to that stoma, they could have a lot of colon left to do another one or just fix it. And you have more stoma to actually, if the stoma were to shrink, you could have a reconstructive surgery that helps bring the stoma more outward. So basically, I believe in William's case, they will leave the rest of the colon inside his body, the small intestine,
everything, the intestine and large intestine will still stay in my body.
I don't know what part of his colon he'll get the colostomy, which is basically, anything using your colon, descending, transverse, sigmoid. I won't tell my situation first because that's next, but William, basically what they'll do in the short run, they'll leave the rest of his intestine in. They will bring the sigmoid or whatever part of his colon they would like to use, or he would use. They would put it to the outside of the abdomen, flip it outward, sew it to the skin, and then that's where the new output would come from.
Yeah.
And the only thing that would kind of pass through your butt would be mucus or mucosa, because the small intestine and the large intestine typically produce more mucus, so it has to come out some way. Most of the time, if you have like an end stoma, which means basically there's no, this is where every output comes from, you would probably not have as much mucus coming out of your stoma. What? Out of your stoma?
I don't know.
Other than your butt. But if you have it, you would just have to sit on the toilet maybe every week, sometimes, to let it pass. Or if some people feel it, or you just have to, And the good thing is, he only has to recover from the stoma because he doesn't have an APR or his anus removed or his butthole.
Yeah, so my butthole and anus and everything going to be staying fine, healing up, and it's going to be good. No surgeries there. My small intestine is going to stay inside me. My large intestine is going to be the same, except only one part of it is just on the outside of my abdomen to make bowel routines easier and just emptying a bag. So my surgery is very, very less complex. Yes. Still complex surgery, but not like that.
It's actually very common surgery.
Way less complex than my sister's or Doc's. Theirs is like chunking out their intestines and moving their...
Yeah. They grab my intestines and just... across it. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, the good thing about Williams is that he has a lot more length opportunity for his stoma. Because everything else is inside his body and everything else is healthy, they can bring a lot more stoma out than mine. In the cases of you removing a bunch of intestine, you don't have a lot of surface area for a long bud or a protruded bud or stoma. So yeah, that was his whole surgery. But why we both needed the bag or want the bag? Why would you want the bag?
Pretty much for ease, comfort, less AD reactions to do a bowel movement. Just more comfort, less pain from the hemorrhoids.
And a better quality of life.
Better quality of life. Time not it consuming my day. And just in general, it's an easier option. The surgery recovery is going to be a rough couple of weeks, but it's better than having the hemorrhoids, the AD, the strong AD, or the the multiple accidents or the multiple, emergencies and stuff like that. This just the colostomy will provide me. I'm sure I'll get AD, a low amount of AD before I do
catheters and normal stuff. For
catheters and normal stuff, but I think I might get a low amount of AD. Do you get AD when you do a bowel movement through the stoma? Or no?
Not often, no.
So very rarely will I ever get AD,
at least in my case,
again for a bowel movement, which, number one, decreases my risk of hospitalizations, high blood pressure, and so it's overall a better quality of life chance for me.
I think you have a higher chance of stoma prolapse. Meaning the intestine just basically pushes through the bud and the whole intestine just goes in the back. I haven't had that. Even my case, it can do that because, any small intestine will just disconnect, slip through the bud. But they can either push it back in manually, which seems so painful. I'm so grateful. I've not had that. But
Amy hasn't had that either.
Or they would have to just, surgically repair it if it's so bad. But for me,
no. That's what I'm scared about. Yeah, I'm not really scared about anything else.
So you wouldn't even feel it or see it happen until you just empty your bag. Wait, my stomach's like here, and it doesn't look.
And I need a clear bag. The first couple.
And it
weeks.
can't happen for too long because it'll cut off the circulation, and your stomach, your intestine will die and turn purple or black. Fun fact. So you got to get it treated quick, if it can be treated quickly.
Good God.
But manually pushing it back in from a stoma nurse, a doctor, colorectal surgeon, anything can really.
I think I need to have clear bags, and then I'll switch the beige bags covers.
But the reason why I needed the bag, I at first didn't want the bag. Honestly, I needed the bag. But here's the thing. So in January 2017, I was diagnosed with Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, and PCD, perianal Crohn's disease. So my Crohn's was a more far advanced thing that it kind of affected my anal area, my anal sphincter, the tissues around it, everything around that descending colon. So I had a lot of irritation down there. I had a lot of problems with my bowels. I went into sepsis, septic shock, bowel perforation, septic or fibrotic narrowing, perforation, wounds, and ulcers. It was a bunch. I can't even go through all of it. It was just a bunch. I even threw up fecal matter, my own one, because of bowel blockages.
Oh, God.
And then I had TPN for an entire year around 2019.
7 issues ago.
Yeah. So, which is all this here. But then in 2025, around March 9th, 2025, a few months prior to March 9th, 2025, I was thinking, I really do need a bag. I had hemorrhoids, I had other issues, I was just not feeling great. And then I had realized that that when Matthew tried to do my bowel program, what it's called is bowel movement, he tried to manually stimulate me naturally via, after enema, just to make sure everything was out. And he could hardly get through my anal fistulas.
His finger wouldn't go any deeper.
Yeah, hardly.
Essentially.
Yeah. So it got to a bad point. And so in March 9th, I decided to get an APR, which is a abdominal perineal resection, I believe. Or perianal resection or something. It's something along that, where they basically remove your anus, your rectum. It's kind of like a Barbie butt. But here's the twist. They did not remove my entire colon. So in total, I got an APR, a subtotal colectomy, and a colostomy. So the APR was to remove all the diseased areas of my anal fistulas, my perianal area, so my butt or my anus. So that was going to be completely removed. I would no longer have any passing through my butt at all.
This one is a permanent option.
Yeah, permanent option, where I could not go back. And then I got a subtotal colectomy. The subtotal colectomy comes after the fact that they did not remove my entire colon. My descending transverse and most of my sigmoid colon was diseased and damaged and narrowed and had, ulcers, bad stuff. But thankfully, that last 5% of my sigmoid colon was good enough to create a stoma from. It didn't have any disease on it. It was fairly healthy, honestly, which I'm thankful for. My small intestine was hardly damaged at all. It kind of, Crohn's affected most of my large intestine. So they had to use the rest 5% of my sigmoid colostomy to create the stoma, my colostomy. And it was only 5%, but they my doctor managed to make a very healthy sized bud. I think it's a 2 centimeter protrusion and a something width, 1.57 inch width. It's hard to remember because, I can't remember the numbers off my head, but it's around that area, around that height. So it's a very manageable bud. It's a very great stoma, but here's the twist. Mine does not have the normal output that a sigmoid colostomy. It has a sticky-ish output. So it's kind of
like a healthy ileostomy.
A very healthy ileostomy type. So I get hydration issues, I get electrolyte issues, and my stool can be sticky, so I have to use like deodorant lubricating packets to help with maybe the odor that it might cause during an emptying, or just to naturally help the stool slide out the bag. But the good thing about my protrusion is that my stoma, the stool, when it outputs, it just drops straight down to the bag because I have enough stoma to bypass my flange and everything. My base plate, my wafer, and my ring barrier. So it's able to pass through all of that, so I can easily, so it could just drop down to the straight bag, easy. So I'm very fortunate for my case. I'm so fortunate, actually. Very healthy,
the
very
after
great.
recovery process is amazing.
Yes. After all the recovery, it took me 32 weeks to fully recover. My anal, I can't say anal wound, that's so creepy. My APR area, or my buttock. No, my buttocks are fine. The other area is not. So, basically, my APR surgery down there, recovery took 8 months to heal because I had trouble with the wound closing, but it did not split, and thankfully my scar looks all healthy now. I think I've been fully recovered for 4-ish months now, which it's been amazing to finally be fully recovered. My ostomy only took about 2-ish months to heal, to get back down to no swelling, to just be working functionally again, fine, great. So I've been recovered from my stoma for almost over a year. I think March, April, May, I think I was fully recovered in early May. So I've almost been fully recovered from my stoma for a year, but my APR I've only been recovered for 4 months. But I've been so grateful to be fully recovered now and no longer have issues. I did have a Crohn's flare in January when I had straight diarrhea through my bag. Awful. Don't know what caused it. It was bad food or something that triggered my Crohn's. But I'm on Humira. I have Lopramide, and I have a Citracel powder, basically just to help with my transit time so it doesn't move so fast through my body, because I don't have a lot of healthy colon to bypass all the food I'm eating.
Yes.
By bolus or by mouth. So yes, so that is my stoma. Basically, in the short run, I had issues with my bowels and my anal area for 8 years. I got the bag March 9th, 2025. I got a subtotal colectomy, an APR with a sigmoid colostomy. I now have the stoma and a healed anal area.
Yes.
So yes, that is the reason why I needed the bag. I just had Crohn's, PCD, and UC. And
it caused a fuck ton of issues.
Yes. Yeah.
And me, it's more for comfort, accessibility,
and mine's
quality
for quality of life as well.
Quality of life and just comfort. So in general, we both want and need the bag. She's got her bag. It's going well, and I hope to get my bag soon. Not this month or anything. Just maybe the next upcoming months or something. Maybe after our trip in May or something. I don't know.
So
when things calm down, I'll get the bag.
Is it? That is our whole podcast episode.
It's a very long episode.
Yes. Thank you all so much for watching Thank you all so much for watching podcast episode number 89, and we will see you for episode number 90. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.